I'm Julie Z with Navigate Your Fate, and welcome back to our card quadration series. Today is session 6, where we'll quadrate the deck for ages 50 through 59. Now I want to remind you guys, utilize that comment section below. Go ahead and ask any questions you have about the quadration process, the card science, or maybe you've got a question about your own birth card and life spread. Maybe there's something going on that I can take a look at for you, and I'll answer your questions in our next video. While you're thinking about it, go ahead and grab that deck of cards and let's get started. Last time we met, we were at age 49, which means the top of our deck should have an 8 of diamonds. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and flip our books over to age 50. We'll be looking for a 7 of clubs to sit in our Mercury spot. I did tape the top of my towel again this time in order to keep it in place. So let's go a little bit more slowly at the beginning. If you recall, we're going to take 3 cards from the top of the deck to make a pile for hearts, 3 cards for the top of the deck to make a pile for clubs, 3 cards for a pile of diamonds, and the next 3 cards for spades. You'll continue to take 3 cards from the top of the deck and place them in each pile, moving from left to right. 3 for hearts, 3 for clubs, 3 for diamonds, 3 for spades. Hearts, clubs, diamonds, and spades. At the end, you'll be left with 4 cards. The top card goes to hearts, the next top card to clubs, the next top card to diamonds, and the last top card to spades. Then you'll pick up the pile to the left, which is hearts. The pile to the right will go on top, so your clubs go on top of hearts. The pile to the right is diamonds, will go on top of clubs. And the last pile is spades to go on top of diamonds. Now we do our 1 card shuffle, so you'll place 1 for hearts, 1 for clubs, 1 for diamonds, and 1 for spades. You'll continue to place 1 card from the top of the deck into each pile, moving from left to right. Hearts, clubs, diamonds, spades. Hearts, clubs, diamonds, spades. Just 1 card per pile. Just like this. Then you'll do the same process. The pile to the left is hearts, pick it up. The card pile to the right is clubs, put it on top of hearts. The pile to the right is diamonds, put it on top of clubs. And then the last pile is spades, which will go on top of diamonds. Remember, if we've done this correctly, this will be a 7 of clubs, and it is. So once again, we'll go a little bit more slowly with our first layout. This is the Mercury position is the 7 of clubs. Mercury Venus is the ace of clubs. Mercury Mars is the jack of spades. Mercury Jupiter is the jack of diamonds. Mercury Saturn, 9 of diamonds. Mercury Uranus, king of diamonds, and Mercury Neptune, 2 of spades. Moving into our Venus row, Mercury column, we have the 6 of spades. Venus is the 7 of diamonds. Venus Mars, 6 of hearts. Venus Jupiter, jack of hearts. Venus Saturn, 10 of hearts. Venus Uranus, 6 of clubs, and Venus Neptune, 2 of hearts. Moving down a row over to the right in the Mercury column, in the Mars row is the 8 of spades. In the Mars Venus position, 2 of clubs. Mars, 3 of clubs. Mars, Jupiter, 5 of diamonds. Mars, Saturn, 10 of diamonds. Mars, Uranus, Queen of Hearts, and Mars, Neptune, 8 of clubs. Moving down into our Jupiter line, in the Mercury position, you'll have the 5 of spades. In the Jupiter Venus position, the 6 of diamonds. Jupiter Mars, 4 of clubs. Jupiter 10 of clubs. Jupiter Saturn, 3 of hearts. And Jupiter Uranus, 8 of diamonds. Jupiter Neptune, Queen of spades. Into our Saturn line, Mercury column, you'll find a 7 of spades at age 50. In our Saturn Venus, a Queen of diamonds. Saturn Mars will be an ace of spades. Saturn Jupiter, 4 of diamonds. Saturn, Saturn, 9 of hearts, Saturn, Uranus, 10 of spades, and Saturn, Neptune, 7 of hearts. Moving down into Uranus, in our Mercury column, you'll find a 4 of spades, Uranus, Venus, 5 of clubs, Uranus, Mars, 8 of hearts, Uranus, Jupiter, King of hearts, Uranus, Saturn, King of clubs, Uranus, Uranus, Ace of hearts, and Uranus, Neptune, 5 of hearts. Moving down into our bottom row is Neptune. In the Mercury column, you'll find a 3 of spades, Neptune, Venus, 3 of diamonds, Neptune, Mars, Ace of diamonds, Neptune, Jupiter, 9 of spades, Neptune, Saturn, Queen of clubs, Neptune, Uranus, 2 of diamonds, and Neptune, Neptune with the Jack of clubs. Moving up to the crown line, in the Mars position, the 9 of clubs, in the Jupiter position, the 4 of hearts, and the Saturn position, King of spades. And that's the grand solar spread for age 50. Let's flip our books over to age 51, where we'll be looking for a Jack of spades on the top of the pile. Okay, so this week I had a student contact me. Remember, we're gonna pick the cards up starting from the Mercury position. You're gonna take the card to the left and place it on top of the pile. Just as a reminder, just in case you forgot, it's been a week. So the card to the left goes on the top. You'll move down over to the right. Okay, so I had a student ask me a question that I found very interesting. She said, do you have your clients shuffle the deck or hang on to the cards before you do a reading? And I thought, what a great question. The card science is very different than any of the other types of cards that you might find out there, like tarot. So let's go through our shuffle process again. Remember, this is a 3-card shuffle, okay? So you're gonna do 3 cards for each one while we talk about this. So she said, hey, do you let the client, shuffle the cards and kind of put their energies into it? So the short answer is no, because it's completely unnecessary. And the reason being is because the cards are a very specific formula. There's a very specific structure to the cards. So there would be no reason for somebody to put their energy into it, say like if you were doing tarot, where you want a person maybe to get their question or their energy into the deck. It doesn't work like that with these cards because everything is predetermined. So I figured today we could talk a little bit about the history of the cards, since I didn't see any other comments in this section down below. Now we're on our 1-card shuffle in case you missed and didn't pick that up, right? So we could talk a little bit about the history of the cards, how they came to be, and again, why you don't need a client to touch the cards or put their energy into them. As a matter of fact, you don't even use your deck of cards when you do a reading. You don't pick up a deck of cards. You're going to be using the grand solar spreads in order to do the reading. So this deck of cards that I've got here, I use it solely for quadrating. I don't use it for any other purpose. Okay, so we're looking for a Jack of spades, and that's what we've got. So that goes into our Mercury position. Jack of spades. Then in Venus, 2 of hearts. Mars, 10 of clubs. Jupiter, Jack of clubs. Saturn, 5 of diamonds, Uranus, 7 of spades, and Neptune, King of clubs. Down into our Venus row, Mercury is a 2 of spades, Venus, 9 of hearts, Mars, 3 of diamonds, Jupiter, Jack of hearts, Saturn, 5 of spades, Uranus, 2 of diamonds, and Neptune, Ace of clubs. Moving down into our Mars line, Mercury is a 6 of clubs, Venus, King of hearts, Mars, King of diamonds, 3 of clubs will go in Jupiter, Queen of spades in Saturn, Neptune, 9 of clubs, and I'm sorry, that's Uranus is a 9 of clubs and Neptune is an 8 of clubs. Let's move down into Jupiter. You've got 4 of diamonds in Mercury, 3 of spades in Venus, 6 of hearts in Mars, 4 of spades in Jupiter, Queen of clubs in Saturn, 7 of clubs in Uranus, and an 8 of diamonds in Neptune. Moving down to our Saturn row, and Mercury is an 8 of hearts, Venus, 9 of diamonds, Mars, 2 of clubs, Jupiter, 5 of hearts, Saturn, 7 of diamonds, Uranus, Queen of hearts, Neptune, Ace of spades. Moving down into Uranus, you'll find 4 of hearts in Mercury, 4 of clubs in Venus, 7 of hearts in Mars, 9 of spades in Jupiter, 8 of spades in Saturn, 3 of hearts in Uranus, and a 5 of clubs in Neptune. Into our Neptune row, Jack of diamonds in Mercury, Queen of diamonds in Venus, Ace of hearts in Mars, 6 of spades in Jupiter, 10 of diamonds in Saturn, Ace of diamonds in Uranus, and a 10 of hearts in Neptune. Moving up to the crown line, 6 of diamonds, 10 of spades, and our King of spades. And that is your layout for age 51. So if I had a 51-year-old person, I'm not going to shuffle the cards and have them pick cards and do a layout. This is the layout for age 51. So if I'm a Jack of spades, this is my birth card. I'm going to be doing the reading with the cards that follow it to the left. When I get to the end, I'm going to go down a row and back to the right to find the next card. In other words, if this is my birth card, this is my Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto results. And that's as far as we'll go. Okay? So let's go ahead and flip our books over to age 52 and pick up our deck. Again, we're starting from the Mercury position and sliding that card on top. Okay, so as I've just explained, there's really no reason to use your deck of cards in order to do a reading for somebody because you're using the Grand Solar Spreads. And if you buy Robert Lee Camp's software, everything is already all figured out for you. Though with the Advanced Oracle Workbook, you could certainly do a reading. The thing is, you've got to understand the meaning of the cards and the planetary positions in order to really do a good interpretation. So let's talk a little bit about how we even arrived here. So a lot of civilizations and cultures take claim or responsibility for being the first ones who had a deck of cards. And we're not really sure how long they've been around or where they have come from, but cards were traditionally used as a game, and they have been presented to us in modern day as a game, not really an oracle, because this knowledge is ancient and it has been forbidden knowledge for centuries. It's been kept from us. And so back in around 1973, maybe earlier than that, there's a gentleman by the name of Arne Lein who wrote a book called What's Your Card? And he pulled his information from another man named Olney Richmond who wrote the Mystic Test Book. Now, the first time I looked at the Mystic Test Book, I didn't understand it. It was very, very complicated. So what Arne did was he took that Mystic Test Book from Olney Richmond and started to decipher it. And that's where we started to learn a little bit about what these cards actually mean. Okay, so for age 52, a 10 of clubs, that'll go in the Mercury spot. Ace of clubs, 4 of spades, 10 of hearts, 3 of clubs, 8 of hearts, and an 8 of spades. Moving down to our next row, King of clubs, 7 of diamonds, Queen of diamonds, Jack of hearts, 4 of diamonds, Ace of diamonds, 2 of hearts. Into our Mars row with the 2 of diamonds, 9 of spades, 7 of spades, King of diamonds, 8 of diamonds, 6 of diamonds, 8 of clubs. Moving down to Jupiter, 5 of hearts, Jack of diamonds, 3 of diamonds, 4 of hearts, 10 of diamonds, Jack of spades, and a 7 of clubs. Moving down into Saturn with the 7 of hearts, 5 of diamonds, King of hearts, 5 of clubs, 9 of hearts, 9 of clubs, and a 2 of clubs. Into Uranus, 10 of spades, 6 of hearts, Ace of spades, 6 of spades, 6 of clubs, Queen of clubs, and a 4 of clubs. Neptune row, Jack of clubs, 9 of diamonds, 3 of hearts, 2 of spades, Queen of spades, Ace of hearts, and a 5 of spades. To the crown line, 3 of spades, Queen of hearts, and the King of spades. Excellent. Okay, that's age 52. Let's go ahead and flip over our books to age 53. We're going to be looking for a 4 of spades at the top of our deck. Okay, so in any case, Arne went and wrote this book, What's Your Card, in order to help decipher Olney Richmond's work, because the Mystic Test book is a little bit confusing. So what's really cool is that Arne started to put some structure to it. What we know about the cards, there is an overlay of numerology and astrology that goes along with it. But as you can see, these grand solar spreads are laid out in a very specific formula, a very mathematical process. So there's just simply no reason for anybody to come in and shuffle the deck and ask questions, although I have seen it done that way. Where people will flip through the deck and do a layout similar to tarot. If you're following the original science of the cards, there's simply no reason to do any of that. So Arne believes that this system came from the Atlanteans, and that's how old it is. That this came from a very advanced culture long time ago, and then this information has been hidden from the public until modern times, right? So what's interesting about the card deck is that, these cards are neither positive or negative. I mean, we tend to look at things as being good or bad. And so we might say, oh, if you're a king, that's better than an ace. That's just simply not true. No card in this deck is better or worse than the other. I think that's really important to think about, because let's say you have a bucket of hot water and then you have a bucket of ice cold water, and in between them you have a bucket of room temperature water. When you take your hand out of, put a hand in the cold bucket, a hand in the warm bucket, and then put them in the mild bucket or the medium bucket, your hot hand is going to feel cold and your cold hand is going to feel hot. So what really is good or bad? There really is no good or bad when it comes to a card. Okay, we're looking for a 4 of spades. That's what we've got. So this is for age 53, guys, in the Mercury spot. 4 of spades, 2 of hearts, 4 of hearts, 5 of spades, King of diamonds, 7 of hearts, and a 6 of clubs. Moving down into Venus with an 8 of spades, 9 of hearts, 9 of diamonds, Jack of hearts, 5 of hearts, Ace of hearts, Ace of clubs. Moving down into Mars, Ace of diamonds, 6 of spades, 8 of hearts, 7 of spades, 7 of clubs, 3 of spades, and an 8 of clubs. Into Jupiter with a 5 of clubs, Jack of clubs, Queen of diamonds, 10 of spades, Queen of spades, 10 of clubs, and a Jack of spades. Moving down into Saturn with an Ace of spades, 3 of clubs, 9 of spades, 4 of clubs, 7 of diamonds, 6 of diamonds, and a King of hearts. Down into Uranus with a Queen of hearts, 3 of diamonds, 2 of clubs, 2 of spades, 2 of diamonds, 10 of diamonds, and a 6 of hearts. Into the Neptune row, 10 of hearts, 5 of diamonds, Queen of clubs, King of clubs, 8 of diamonds, 3 of hearts, and a 4 of diamonds. Up to that crown line, Jack of diamonds, 9 of clubs, and a King of spades. Excellent. Okay, so in any case, the cards are neither positive or negative. One card is not better than the other. It's just an indicator, symbolism of attributes or forces of nature that surround these cards. So when you're looking at someone's life spread, you may find that the way it's laid out makes for a little bit easier of a life than someone else. Some life spreads are a little more challenging than others. For example, some people have to deal with money issues in this lifetime. Other people have to deal with relationship issues, power issues. I mean, you name it. So what's interesting is we find that when someone has a challenging life spread, they tend to work a little bit harder at life and at their self-awareness to get themselves out of the difficulties of their life spread. And when you find someone that has an easier life spread, they may or may not work quite as hard as that person that has more difficulties. So again, as you can see, it's just really all in your perception, but there really is no bad or good. Having said all that, the cards do have a high expression and a low expression. We may refer to that as a spiritual expression or a materialistic expression. For example, if you're looking at money cards, you may have on the low side a feeling of lack, a feeling of never having enough money, fear, things of that nature. And on the high side of that card, you may have someone who is able to manifest money and has it in their life and is able to hang on to it and use it. So each card does have a high and low expression, if you will. Okay, I think this is age 54. I've got a 4 of hearts, so let's take a look at our book. And 4 of hearts is what's coming up for age 54, so we're in the right spot here. Okay, Mercury row, 4 of hearts, Ace of clubs, 10 of spades, 4 of diamonds, 7 of spades, Ace of spades, and a 2 of diamonds, moving down into Venus with a 6 of clubs, 7 of diamonds, 5 of diamonds, Jack of hearts, 5 of clubs, 3 of hearts, and a 2 of hearts. Moving down into Mars, Ace of hearts, 2 of spades, 7 of hearts, 8 of hearts, Jack of spades, Jack of diamonds, and an 8 of clubs. Into Jupiter with a 4 of clubs, 10 of hearts, 9 of diamonds, Queen of hearts, 8 of diamonds, 4 of spades, and a 10 of clubs. Moving down into Saturn, 2 of clubs, King of diamonds, 6 of spades, 6 of hearts, 9 of hearts, 3 of spades, and a 9 of spades. And then into Uranus, 9 of clubs, Queen of diamonds, King of hearts, King of clubs, Ace of diamonds, Queen of spades, and a 3 of diamonds. Into Neptune, 5 of spades, 3 of clubs, 10 of diamonds, 8 of spades, 7 of clubs, Queen of clubs, and a 5 of hearts. Into our crown line, Jack of clubs, 6 of diamonds, and a King of spades. Okay, so that is age 54. Flipping our books over to age 55, we're going to be looking for that 10 of spades. Right, okay, so in any case, the card system really is here as a tool for us to understand ourselves. And once we understand our life spread, have taken a look at it, and we know what cards are where, we can identify the challenges that we have in life, but we can also identify our gifts and the things that we're blessed with. But there are definitely challenges and blessings to every single card in the deck, which is why it's very important for you to understand and know your life spread so that you can work on understanding yourself and creating a better life for yourself, navigating your fate and controlling your destiny when you know something is coming up, right? So Arne Lein basically said that, you know, this card system is essentially a record of your entire life, and I found that to be true. I can go back through the deck and identify times where I've moved or changed jobs, got in and out of relationships, for example, had difficult times, knew that was coming, and I could actually pinpoint it with accuracy. So if I can rewind and go to the past, I can certainly go to the future, right? And that's what Arne Lein found out and was able to decipher Olney Richmond's work. From there, you have, this is what happens when I'm talking and shuffling, is I might not put the right card in the right place. So sometimes I need to slow down while I'm talking and shuffling. In any case, later on, we have, Edith, Randall, and Florence Campbell came up with a book called The Sacred Symbols of the Ancients. Now see, I think I'm here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, okay. It's better to find out while you're shuffling that you've made a mistake than discover that later when you're laying out a spread. That is completely incorrect. Okay, so later on, we have these gals that come up with sacred symbols of the ancients, and they end up taking Arne's work just a step a little bit further. Okay, so we're looking for that 10 of spades for age 55. That's what we've got, so that'll go up into our Mercury position. From there is the 2 of hearts, Queen of hearts, 5 of hearts, 8 of hearts, 2 of clubs, and an ace of diamonds. Moving into Venus, 2 of diamonds, 9 of hearts, 3 of clubs, Jack of hearts, 4 of clubs, Queen of clubs, ace of clubs. Into Mars, 3 of hearts, King of clubs, ace of spades, 7 of hearts, 10 of clubs, Jack of clubs, 8 of clubs. Into Jupiter, 6 of hearts, 5 of spades, 5 of diamonds, 9 of clubs, 7 of clubs, 4 of hearts, and a 4 of spades. Into Saturn, King of hearts, 7 of spades, 2 of spades, 3 of diamonds, 7 of diamonds, Jack of diamonds, and a 6 of spades. Moving down into Uranus with a 6 of diamonds, 9 of diamonds, 9 of spades, 8 of spades, ace of hearts, 8 of diamonds, and a Queen of diamonds. And into Neptune, 4 of diamonds, King of diamonds, Queen of spades, 6 of clubs, Jack of spades, 10 of diamonds, and a 5 of clubs. Up to the top, we've got a 10 of hearts, a 3 of spades, and the King of spades. And that completes age 55. Very good. Flip those books over to 56. Going a little bit quicker now, huh? Now that you've got this process down. Okay, so Sacred Symbols of the Ancients is another really cool book that I'll recommend alongside Arne Lein's book because these gals really go into the science, just like Arne will go into each specific birthday, each specific card. What does it mean? What is the life spread? What's the life path? Well, Florence and Edith took that even a step further. They have some very detailed explanations of what these cards mean and why they mean what they mean. In other words, each card has karma associated with it one way or another, and it's all connected. So through this book, what's really cool is we started to learn more about the science from their work. For example, there's some hidden influences that are going on here. Again, this is all a mathematically based formula. You don't need to be psychic. You don't need any special talent to do this. You just need to understand how to learn this language, how to interpret and speak this language in order to connect the dots for somebody. So, there are 2 colors in the deck. We have red and black. There's 4 suits, hearts, clubs, diamonds, and spades. There's 12 court cards, the Jack, Queen, and King. There are 52 cards, which also represents 52 weeks of the year. There are 13 cards in each suit. Once again, I'm looking at the book and I'm not sure where I'm at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm glad I did that. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you guys for bearing with me, but I want to make sure I'm giving you the right information here. But yeah, okay, so there are also 12 signs in the zodiac, 12 months in the year. 12 tends to be a very special number. There's a great Ancient Aliens. If you watch that show, Ancient Aliens actually has an episode on the number 12, which is really cool. I watched that one last night, as a matter of fact. And then the other thing that we didn't talk about is the Joker. Why doesn't the Joker ever get used? So we'll talk about that next. Okay, we're looking for a Queen of Hearts here for age 56, and that's what we've got into our Mercury line. Ace of clubs, 9 of clubs, 5 of clubs, 7 of hearts, King of hearts, and an ace of hearts. Moving down into Venus with an ace of diamonds, 7 of diamonds, King of diamonds, Jack of hearts, 6 of hearts, 10 of diamonds, and a 2 of hearts. Moving down to Mars, Queen of clubs, 8 of spades, 2 of clubs, ace of spades, 4 of spades, 10 of hearts, and an 8 of clubs into Jupiter, 3 of diamonds, 4 of diamonds, 3 of clubs, 6 of diamonds, jack of spades, 10 of spades, and a 4 of hearts into Saturn, 9 of spades, 8 of hearts, king of clubs, queen of diamonds, 9 of hearts, jack of clubs, and a 2 of spades into Saturn, 3 of spades, 5 of diamonds, 6 of spades, 6 of clubs, 3 of hearts, 7 of clubs, and a 9 of diamonds. Actually, that is our Uranus row. Sorry. Okay, Neptune, 5 of hearts, 7 of spades, 8 of diamonds, 2 of diamonds, 10 of clubs, queen of spades, and a 4 of clubs up to the crown line, 5 of spades, jack of diamonds, and a king of spades. Flipping over to age 57, we're going to be looking for a 9 of clubs in our Mercury spot. Okay, so Florence and Edith, they went and worked off of Olney, Richmond, and Arne, Lein, and they took it a little bit further. Their book goes into great detail and does some of the, more scientific kind of connections to it. The reading can be a little bit dry sometimes, in my opinion. They did a great job. It's a good book. You should have it. This is what it is. It's called Sacred Symbols of the Ancients. And this is what I've been looking at here, the purpose of the deck of cards. And it's talking all about these patterns and mathematical procedures that we find in what we're doing, right? And so the Joker. We don't use the Joker. Did you know that? Did you notice that? That the Joker is not showing up in any of the quadrations that we're doing? The Joker's birthday is December 31st. So the Joker contains all of the suits, and the Joker contains all of the numbers. So the Joker can be any card in the deck and no card in the deck. So you can't read them because they can basically take on any personality or attribute of any card at any time. So Jokers can't really be read. Now you might could look at, I don't know, maybe you could look at I don't know. As far as I understand, you can't read a Joker. I do know that Robert has said he's done a couple readings on Jokers, but I wouldn't know how, because they don't end up in the grand solar spreads, right? So it would be difficult to do a reading on someone who's not in here, right? So if you're born on December 31st, the system can't read you because you're a chameleon, right? So age 57, 9 of clubs, that's what we've got into our Mercury row. So I don't know if you guys had noticed up to this point that the Joker was not showing up. 2 of hearts, 6 of diamonds, 4 of clubs, ace of spades, 9 of spades, and a 3 of hearts, moving into Venus with an ace of hearts, 9 of hearts, 7 of spades, jack of hearts, 3 of diamonds, queen of spades, and an ace of clubs, into Mars with a 10 of diamonds, 6 of spades, king of hearts, 2 of clubs, 4 of hearts, 5 of spades, and an ace, 8 of clubs. Moving down into our Jupiter row with a queen of diamonds, 5 of hearts, king of diamonds, 3 of spades, 10 of clubs, queen of hearts, 10 of spades, into Saturn, 6 of spades, 7 of hearts, 8 of spades, 9 of diamonds, 7 of diamonds, 10 of hearts, and a king of clubs, into Uranus, jack of diamonds, 3 of clubs, 2 of spades, 2 of diamonds, queen of clubs, jack of spades, and a 5 of diamonds, into Neptune, 5 of clubs, 8 of hearts, 7 of clubs, ace of diamonds rather, 4 of spades, 8 of diamonds, and a 6 of hearts, and then at the top a 4 of diamonds, a jack of clubs, and a king of spades. And that completes age 57. Flip it on over, age 58, we're going to be looking for a 6 of diamonds. Right, okay, so Jokers, December 31st, can't be read. Very, 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 very interesting. And that's why Joker is not part of the deck. I explained that a little earlier, so we can kind of leave it at that. In any case, along comes Robert Lee Camp. Now, Robert spent many years in an ashram and was a very spiritual person to begin with. And he ran into these card science books and actually worked with some of these folks. And he became a grandmaster after many, many years of studying these cards. They started to reveal patterns to Robert. They started to reveal their secrets, as they tend to do to any student of the cards who's dedicated. The person will start to notice patterns and start to notice things. And in this, Robert Lee Camp is very, very blessed and very, very dedicated to the card science. So without him, we wouldn't have the advancements that we do today. In fact, most card readers out there are using Robert's software. They are using the plethora of books that he has published, and they're using his system. So Robert was able to do things like put in a cosmic reward card, a cosmic lesson card. He identified things that the previous grandmasters had not seen. And he also brought in something called the Law of Fives. And Robert, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe you're the one who brought that stuff in and connected all the dots for us. We are looking at age 58 for 6 of diamonds. That's what we've got in our Mercury spot. Ace of clubs, 3 of spades, 6 of hearts, 2 of clubs, 6 of spades, and a queen of clubs. Moving into Venus, 3 of hearts, 7 of diamonds, 8 of hearts, jack of hearts, queen of diamonds, 8 of diamonds, 2 of hearts, into Mars, queen of spades, 2 of diamonds, 9 of spades, king of hearts, 10 of spades, 4 of diamonds, and an 8 of clubs. Moving into Jupiter, 9 of diamonds, 5 of clubs, 7 of spades, jack of diamonds, 4 of spades, 9 of clubs, and a queen of hearts. Moving down into Saturn, 2 of spades, ace of spades, 6 of clubs, 5 of diamonds, 9 of hearts, 5 of spades, and an 8 of spades. Down into Uranus, jack of clubs, king of diamonds, king of clubs, 8, ace of diamonds, 10 of diamonds, 10 of spades, and a 3 of clubs. Into Neptune, 4 of clubs, 7 of hearts, jack of spades, ace of hearts, 4 of hearts, 7 of clubs, and a 3 of diamonds. Up at the top, we'll find a 5 of hearts, a 10 of hearts, and a king of spades. And that completes age 58. Guys, oh my gosh, are we already at age 59? Boy, this went fast today. So, Robert Lee Camp came along and started to connect even more dots for us. And we end up where we're at today, not only with this advanced Oracle workbook that we're using. Guys, that didn't exist prior to Robert. The Advanced Oracle Workbook tells us our first and second karma cards, no matter what age we're looking at. We can actually do readings from that book. Robert has also put out several publications. The Cards of Destiny and Love Cards are probably the ones that you're most familiar with. Those were my introductory books to this system, and it piqued my curiosity. He has a book called Cartus Spiritus, which goes even into more detail with each card. He's got the Little Book of Seven Thunders. He's got several publications that just delve deeper and deeper into what these cards mean and how to interpret them and how to do a reading. So his software, again, anybody really who's doing these modern day card readings, they're using Robert's software. And it figures everything out for you. In fact, his newest version actually contains all the books within the software. So that's pretty cool. If you want to examine the meaning of a card, you have the ability to do that right inside the software instead of having to bust out your books, right? So I can't emphasize enough how cool the software is, but knowing how to do this manually is even better, and that's what Robert has taught me. Robert has taught me to read the system without using his software. So that's why I highly recommend you take a look at his yearly classes. Okay, we're looking for a 3 of spades here. That's what we have. So we're here in Mercury. 2 of hearts, Jack of diamonds, 3 of diamonds, King of hearts, 2 of spades, and a 10 of diamonds. Moving down, we have the Queen of clubs, 9 of hearts, 7 of hearts, Jack of hearts, 9 of diamonds, 7 of clubs, and an ace of clubs. Into Mars, 8 of diamonds, ace of diamonds, 6 of spades, 9 of spades, Queen of hearts, 5 of hearts, 8 of clubs. Moving down into Jupiter with a 5 of diamonds, 4 of clubs, 8 of hearts, Jack of clubs, 4 of hearts, 6 of diamonds, and a 9 of clubs. Into Saturn, King of clubs, 2 of clubs, 2 of diamonds, 3 of clubs, 7 of diamonds, 4 of diamonds, and a 6 of clubs. Uranus, 10 of hearts, 7 of spades, 8 of spades, ace of hearts, Queen of spades, 4 of spades, and a King of diamonds. Neptune, 6 of hearts, ace of spades, 10 of clubs, 3 of hearts, 10 of spades, Jack of spades, and a Queen of diamonds. At the top, we have a 5 of clubs, a 5 of spades, and a King of spades. And that is going to complete age 59. My God, how are we done already? How are we done already? I don't know, but we're done already. So, to answer this student's question, no, you don't need somebody to shuffle the cards in order to do a reading, because everything is mathematically and very scientifically formulated and already laid out, and how you read the cards is through the spreads that we're doing right now. The card deck is very symbolic, both in the numbers and the suits, and the makeup of the deck in and of itself is very symbolic. So what we're doing is something that doesn't require any psychic ability. It doesn't require any type of, mystical ability. Anyone could do this just by understanding the mathematical formula and how to do the reading with a little bit of astrology and numerology. You can be helping people or yourself determine what your fate is going to be and be prepared for situations that are coming up. So to answer this student's question, no, you don't need to have anybody shuffle or touch the deck. When I do readings, they're on Zoom and you get a copy of it. So let's talk a little bit more about that. So how do you feel about that? No psychic abilities are required in order to be successful in using this system, because it's all mathematically based. Were you surprised to find that out? Now, don't get me wrong. If you have psychic abilities or are intuitive, it's only going to pad your ability to use this system. And if you've got some NLP training under your belt, or maybe some life coaching experience, it's only going to make you a better reader and connect with your client. But it's not required. You simply need to learn to speak the language and know how to interpret the system and the spreads. And that's what we're doing, right? So quickly going through these books, Arne Lein's What's Your Card? Now, this one is no longer in print. I pulled it off the internet, sent it over to Staples, and for $35. Now I've got each individual card along with every birthday, and it will tell me the life spread and everything I need to know about each card. So anytime I do a reading, my nose is in this book. This is a staple on my shelf. We already looked at sacred symbols of the ancients. This gets into some of the metaphysical things that are going along with the card science, as well as into each card, the life spreads, what it means, karma, things of that nature. This is a phenomenal book. I highly, highly recommend it. Maybe you've got a friend who thinks what we do is cool, but they don't want to read themselves. This is a great book Robert Lee Camp put out, Your Birthday, Your Card. It's very basic. It doesn't get deep in the weeds, but it tells a person all about their card, and they can also look up other people's cards and know a little bit about the others in their lives. So great gift idea. Cards of Your Destiny. If this isn't on your shelf, I don't understand why. Go get it if it's not. In the back of the book, it's going to have each grand solar spread that we're doing, but it puts it in a linear format. So it's going to tell you, when is your Mercury period? When is your Jupiter period? When does it start? When does it end? What cards are in that period? And then to make it so easy, you can flip over and say, hey, I got a 3 of clubs in Mercury. What does 3 of clubs mean? And then what's a 3 of clubs in Mercury mean? What's the meaning of that? It could not possibly be any simpler than using this book. And in the front of it, it will explain the planetary periods. It explains the basics of reading the layouts and how to do a reading for somebody. So if this isn't on your shelf, get onto Amazon or get onto Robert's site and get this book right away. Love cards. Who does not love love cards? It's an amplified version of this book, okay? But this one is going to go into much more detail. So, for example, if we're looking here at the 6 of diamonds, it's given a name. It's the financial responsibility card. It's going to tell you the karma cards, and it will tell you about the 6 of diamonds. And then on the next page, it's going to show you the life spread and what are the cards that are associated with that for life. What energies do they carry for life? It'll tell you the birthdays of that card. And then in the next page, if I want to know how will a 6 of diamonds do with an 8 of diamonds, it's going to give me the relationship connections. Now, here's the thing. This only tells part of the story because remember, we have planetary ruling cards and some of us have decadent rulers. So this isn't completely thorough in terms of making those relationship connections. So just be aware of that. If you're using this to help people with relationships, it only tells part of the story when it comes to connections. But this is a fantastic book. It will help you understand the meanings of the cards so that on the fly, if somebody is a particular card, you can tell them a little bit about what their card is and what it means. All it takes is a little bit of study. When you're done with that, Exploring the Little Book of the Seven Thunders is your next one. This one has Robert's advanced principles in it. An example of that would be the Law of Fives. Now, what is that? Maybe you know, maybe you don't, but I'll give you an example. If I'm doing a reading and I see that somebody has movement indicated in their spread, where is that movement coming from? Does that mean they're changing jobs? Does that mean they're leaving a relationship? The Law of Fives will help me pinpoint accurately where that movement's going to take place. That's just an example of what the Law of Fives can do. This book will go through each individual card. It gives you more information and advanced principles in doing a more accurate reading. So, high recommend if you're taking this seriously. And if you're taking it seriously, which you probably are, because why else would you be here doing quadrations with me? Why are you not enrolled in Robert's year-long class? It's a certification class, which you don't have to be certified in order to take the class. You can take it and not do certification, but why wouldn't you? In that class, in your 3rd period, you're going to end up with this book. It's The Art of Performing Transformational Card Readings. And I will tell you, this book transformed me. It transformed how I do readings. It goes through how to do a reading step by step, start to finish. It also goes through each individual card and bullet points some of the most important things that you want to know and be able to translate to your client through the reading. This is a game changer. And I'm watching my students and mentees get very, very excited as they start to receive them in the mail. So with that, remember, subscribe to Navigate Your Fate, guys. I really appreciate your support. My channel is growing and I'm having a blast with it. Give this video a thumbs up and tell that algorithm we're doing something good over here. And don't forget to share this video with a friend who's interested in the card science. So with that, I will leave you until next week where we'll cover ages 60 through 69.